What's up, Foursiders? This is Matt, and I am talking to you from Pax Prime, Day 4. I had a blast. I got to meet a ton of great people. Scott Kurtz, Chris Perkins. I got to go to Acquisitions Incorporated. I got to go to a ton of panels like the Guild Wars 2 panel, which we have on the channel. I'm going to give you my highlights and my thoughts so far. If you ever get a chance to go to Pax Prime, please do. It's a blast. It's nerd mecca in my opinion. And we talked about it a lot in the PAX special, but I mean, I got to play Pathfinder twice, actually, with my buddy Mike Carney, shout out. Got to play Final Fantasy 15, got to play Heroes of the Storm out here at the Gigabyte booth. We got to see a ton of great cosplay, which the small highlight reel that I showed to you on my Day 1 and 2 video are just the tip of the iceberg. I have a ton more. Chris Perkins was probably my favorite panel. Check out Acquisitions Incorporated. He's the GM for that. He's the creative director for 5th edition, as well as he's just an amazing mind. Just to give you kind of a slight cliff notes on what was talked about there. He talked about a game that he played with Gygax, the creator of Dungeons and Dragons, and the coolest thing that he mentioned of how he plays, how he GMs, is that he's not actually in the room. He's in a neighboring room, like the dining room. Say you're playing in the kitchen, he's in the dining room, and there's a player called the Caller, which is one player that is the only person that gets to talk to the game master, and he spreads out all of his notes and he talks to you from the opposing room. And I found that fascinating because I've never heard of somebody game mastering a game from a separate room from the players. But we can't tell him he's doing it wrong because he's Gary Gygax. He invented Dungeons and Dragons. He talks about episodic storytelling in his games, which I have instituted in a lot of my games already. But like basically making each session of the game an episode and making the entire campaign one season in that. Basically allowing your players to name their games per episode is pretty cool. Scott Kurtz did a panel with his father. He cracks me up. He has an amazing sense of humor. Scott Kurtz, if you don't know who he is the creator, artist, and chief writer of PvP, which is a webcomic. And he's also one of the featured people in PAX. If you watch Acquisitions Incorporated, he plays the dwarf, and he's also working on a new comic called Minions, which is all about the minions of his dwarven characters. So, as you can see, I'm wearing my PAX hoodie that I just got. This is the Pixel hoodie. So it's got the Pixel panel, and then on the back, I can't show you the back, but the back has the PAX logo and pixelated, which is pretty cool. Here's the way I look at it: is by the time you're at Day 4, you feel like you're like, oh man, I really want to get home, but then you're like, oh my god, I don't want it to be over because there's so much to do. There's some stuff I swear I missed. I swear to God that I missed, but I tend to con solo for the most part. So if I'm in a group, I tend to just branch off and just kind of go do my own thing. So so that allows me to go in and see things that most people otherwise wouldn't, or be on my own schedule. I am definitely coming next year. I'm coming pretty much every year they will throw it. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. So keep an eye out. We are going to have a ton of content coming out over the next couple of weeks. Until next time, guys, I'd like you to do me a favor and roll for initiative.